Hey guys, happy Chinese New Year. I'm on my way to a local school to drop these off for their Chinese New Year presentation. We had a lot of leftover decorations from our time in Hong Kong. Anyway, it's a cold, cold day. We'll start off at the National Cathedral and then we'll make our way downtown to see what's new. So we're at rehearsals here in the cathedral. Tiger is stalking my dragons here on the altar of the National Cathedral.
Broke into the village, but it sensed a change in the atmosphere. In the past, the entire village was empty and dark, but this time, all the doors and windows were pasted with red paper, and
So beautiful in here. So this window here creates this reflection here. Pretty amazing, no? Natural rainbow. Hey guys, from the shores of the Potomac, let's watch these geese land on the ice. Pretty good landing. It is frozen. This is something we rarely see in Washington, but the Potomac is, well, completely frozen, solid, all the way across. I don't know how thick it is. Let's go take a look. So there's an aircraft going out of Reagan National. A lot of you ask about the restricted airspace. Restricted airspace ends right here, all right? This side is okay. This side is P-56 Alpha, restricted airspace. And this helicopter is gonna come and sort of skirt the area. This is one of the Pentagon's helicopters shuttling generals over to the Pentagon and then onwards up to like CIA. So basically, as planes take off out of Washington, they have to make a hard left turn and avoid this land over here. Now there's a little sliver of land here that's allowed for helicopters, to skirt over to the Washington Channel. But basically, everything on my right up to 18,000 feet is restricted, P56 Alpha, and on my left is the approach and landing patterns for Reagan National. In fact, to give you a demonstration of the helicopters, here comes a couple. Two of them, actually. So they did that little bit of skirt over the land, but then they too get on the river, which is their flight pattern. So this is a little weird memorial. We're just next to the Lincoln Memorial, yeah, and they put this over here in the mall. This is for John Ericsson, who lived from 1803 to 1889. John Ericsson is the inventor of the propeller, the screw propeller on ships. Now, he built the Monitor, which was used in the Monitor versus the Merrimack or the CSA Columbia, whatever you want to call it, or Virginia, I can't remember the name. Anyway, he was the guy who helped revolutionize navigation and transportation. And John Ericsson, the Swedish American, is memorialized right here as the inventor of the screw propeller. Now, something I didn't find out until recently when I was in Stockholm, John Ericsson had a young assistant who worked with him for a little bit of time here in the United States by the name of Alfred Nobel. Alfred Nobel of Nobel Peace Prize fame, Nobel Prize fame, was once an aide to John Ericsson. Small world. Hey guys, I'm being consumed by a boa constrictor right now. It's actually not that cold. I don't really need this, but my wife made me put it on and now I can't get it off. Anyway, let's go for a walk over to the Lincoln Memorial. We don't really have much going on today, so I'm thinking we're going to walk to the Lincoln and we'll make our way over to the White House, find a hot dog, and well, just see what's going on. Someone's protesting or screaming or something over at the Korean War Memorial. Some people are singing over there in front of a cross. It's a noisy day. noisy day. I think these are the unified North and South Korea people. They come out here about once a week, make speeches and statements, and then go back to their lives. Today is actually Chinese New Year, which is Lunar New Year, and that's celebrated in Korea, so maybe this is a Lunar New Year Mass. Jesus saves, pray for the North Koreans who don't know Jesus. That's what the sign says. I think they actually live stream. Let's go see who's singing over here. It's just a musical day at the Lincoln Memorial. Ooh, tempting. Did you leave the keys in there? Nah, I didn't. Not that I was thinking, yeah, well, maybe I was kind of thinking it. Pretty empty and quiet today. Oh, the reflecting pool is frozen too. There's ice everywhere today. It's 39 degrees, which is actually warm for the last 5 or 6 days. It's been much colder, especially at night. It's going to get up to the 50s later this week. So what is that? It's like 3 or 4 degrees Celsius. I think these are more Koreans singing. Yeah. In we go. Pretty empty today. It's actually very cold in here. This is, I think, the Emancipation Proclamation or the second inaugural address. And then the Gettysburg Address is over there. So this is the I Have a Dream location. Martin Luther King spoke here in 1963. The March on Washington. So you can see over here, it's only about maybe an inch, a couple centimeters thick at best. In fact, we got some water coming up where people have poked holes in it with their feet. Alrighty, let's go for this long walk down through the trees. Chilly. Yes, 100 things. Let's go over here. Pretty big. So over here you have the big battles of the Atlantic Theater, the Battle of the Atlantic, the Murmansk Run, Tunisia, Sicily, Salerno, Anzio, Rome, Po Valley, Normandy, St. Lo, the Air War in Europe, Alsace. What's that? Rhineland. I can't read this. Wergen Forest, Battle of the Bulge, Remagen Bridge, Germany. I can't even read this. It's so bright. It looks good for you guys on the camera, but to me, in my eyes, it's actually like reflecting right in my face, the sun. There was an attempted assassination of President Truman, yes, and a police officer was killed. Puerto Rican terrorists tried to assassinate Truman at the Blair House. A Leslie Caulfield, who was a D.C. White House policeman, which was the precursor to the Uniform Division, he lost his life in the attack. Truman watched the whole thing from his balcony. Secret Service agent stormed in with a Tommy gun, screaming at him, "Get away from the window." Yeah, it's not mentioned much, but every year on the anniversary of his death, the Secret Service come out and they have a small ceremony at sunrise, and they put out flowers for him. There's a plaque over here, I'll show you that. Well, they also attacked the U.S. Congress, if you recall. Puerto Rican nationalists got into the balcony and shot up a bunch of congressmen back in the 1950s. In fact, even today, in the desk of the Republican leader's desk, if you pull it open, you see a bullet hole through the drawer of his desk. And that is from the Puerto Rican nationalist attack. Alrighty, guys. Here is your fence for today. Still white, still here. It's plywood on top of cinder blocks, basically. So we'll stop here for a second. I'm getting dizzy too, yeah? There you go. Noticed it for the first time yesterday. So let's go down to the middle. Yeah. Well, we can get a little closer, Brenda, when we get down here, because the fence actually protrudes out a little bit, yeah? So let me get close up, yeah? So there you go. It's cinder blocks. I keep saying cinder blocks. It's jersey barriers, and then it's got plywood on top with a little bit of decorative molding or something. Tourist one in the picture. Restricted area. So this is where you go through, like, if you have a pass or an appointment. If you have an appointment, you come here, they check your name. You have to be, like, screened. You have to give your social security number to go to the White House, basically. And this is West Executive Avenue. This is where all the cars are parked. The vice president's motorcade is usually somewhere in here. Bit of a mess. You guys want to see Blair House, yeah? Let's go over to Blair House. Oh, it's really intense to go in here. I think you have to have, like, 24-hour clearance if you're just like a regular schmo. That's if you have an appointment. I'm not talking about the tours, but if you have like an appointment. So the white building that you see before you, that is the Blair House. I used to have a Linux company, which the mascot was Penguin, and then the 6 was just sort of thing. This is Trowbridge House right here. And it's, you know, what I've been told is that the Presidential Townhouse, Trowbridge House, Blair House, all these buildings are actually connected. So you can walk between all of them. I think some people don't even know which building they actually work in. It's all one big building. I'm at H Street, so M's about 4 blocks away. I do wear a Fitbit. Hang on a second. Let's take a look at this Leslie Caulfield I told you guys about a minute ago. So, this is the memorial for the fallen police officer who, hey, it's not getting the focus there, who died defending President Truman from a terrorist attack. Down here by Martin Luther King Memorial, some of you may have noticed this fence. I mean, this is actually a rather tall fence. Why would you have a rather tall fence out here around an empty field? And the answer is polo. Yeah, the sport of kings, polo, is played on this field. This is the Washington D.C. polo field. And you come out here in the summer months, people come out with their ponies and they play polo here. And the fence is designed to keep the ball in the field and not smashing into cars. Of course, this guy's out here with his pitching wedge, spending his lunch break practicing his chip shot. Good job. Oops. So a big semi-tractor trailer has just come off the Memorial Bridge, only to realize he's too big to get under this Memorial Bridge. And now the police have to sort him out. So we're going to try to turn this truck around. Life in the big city. So now the truck is going. Maybe. He's clear. Unfortunately, I now have a red light. So I have to wait a whole nother cycle to go. Ugh. Lunch. Hey guys, so that was another uneventful day. We will try again tomorrow. I haven't got the guidance yet from the White House as to what they're doing tomorrow, but I do know the weather is going to be a lot nicer. It's going to actually get up to about the 50s. I might even get on a bike, which will be nice. Thanks a lot for watching, everyone. I will try to bring you something more interesting tomorrow, and if not, well, we'll just check things out. See you later. Bye-bye.